ne mwami Kyagulanyi yennyini amuvuganya the leader of opposition here in Uganda. Alina ettaka Busabala buli eka ya milioni 8, alina over 10 acres plus. Ewe jasule Bwangere buli ali ku eka 7, buli eka eri mu milioni 6 plus. Alina amaato ku nnyanja. Azadde akuzizza kati asomesa ne mu university naye agamba si musanyufu.
According to Edidi Samusuza, Eddie Kenzo, Bobi Wine is unappreciative and he doesn't appreciate the fact that he got rich or he got everything that he owns in this life under the wing or the leadership of Mr. Museveni.
Listen guys, Uganda is a movie because last week the news was reading that the youth of NRM have proposed that the next president of Uganda be voted by only members of parliament.
What's up guys, welcome back. So, according to Edidi Samusuza, Eddie Kenzo, Bobi Wine is unappreciative and he doesn't appreciate the fact that he got rich or he got everything that he owns in this life under the wing or the leadership of Mr. Museveni. And before we watch Edidi Samusuza say those things himself, we just might in the next elections won't have to be bothered by the burden of choosing who is president of Uganda. Because the parliament of Uganda might be the one to choose who is president and your only effort will be into choosing who is the member of parliament of your area. Let's go into it right away. Let's watch.
Listen guys, Uganda is a movie because last week the news was reading that the youth of NRM have proposed that the next president of Uganda be voted by only members of parliament. Yes, Christo. This is what this means in my opinion. Number one, there's reduced citizen participation. So the rest of you don't really have to vote. You only vote for the member of parliament and that member of parliament will participate in the voting of the president. Jesus Christ. This not only stabilizes elite power because first of all, they have the most members of parliament, NRM. Yeah. But it also deepens the public disillusionment that they are actually participating in democracy. There's no democracy, you guys. We have failed. Like, we are down the rabbit hole. Like, there is no recovering from this. Second, there's going to be concentration of power in the parliament. Remember, the government is made up of 3 arms: executive, judiciary, and the parliament. So why didn't you suggest that the judiciary instead appoints the next president? Anyways, last but not least at the same time, it's going to lead apparently to reduced costs in presidential campaigns because I think they couldn't bribe everybody in the country. But guess what? They can bribe the members of parliament. Jesus Christ. Anyways, what do you guys think is going to be the effect of the president of the country being voted through the parliament and not by the citizens?
Well, personally, I think it's very important to understand that not everyone should actually vote for president. I stand for a view that only people who own assets like huge businesses or maybe those who own land. It's just that you cannot quantify this. Like, there is no way you're going to quantify this for a single person to go like, now I own land, now I have a family and I pay these types of bills, I own these types of businesses. Like, you cannot come to a number of who owns what for them to be able to get the card to vote who is president. When it goes to parliament, now the problem comes in. The members of parliament would be the ones responsible for choosing who is president. Our duty is to choose the member of parliament we want. Now, I'll take you back to the USA. USA has states, and these people vote according to states. They know that the state of New York votes for blue. They know that this type of state votes for red or right wing or whatever they call it. They have states. Now, in Kampala or in Uganda, we have this thing whereby we think Kampala is for the opposition, or maybe every town area is for the opposition, but we don't really know that. And the worst part is, they just concluded elections, just showed you that, the election can be an election. Anyway, I won't go into that. Now, looking into the last presidential candidate and people who, some of the people who don't really go with whatever rhetoric he has, whereby Uganda is a multi-party system, right? And Eddie Kenzo says, Bobi Wine is not grateful, all right? And he acquired all his riches, all the things he owns through this government. But apparently now he's running against Mzee Museveni. Yet Uganda is a multi-party system, and I do not know, is it wrong to sort of like be on the opposition of the government? Yet it's by law accepted into the politics of Uganda to belong to an opposition party that is not NRM or that is not pro-government. According to Eddie Kenzo, this is wrong. Let's listen.
Muzeyi naye abimanyi banga lyamaze mu bukulembeze lya myaka 4 is very experienced ebyabirabyeko eri abantu abagenzeeyo ne bamukabira ebizibu n'abiwonya ne bamala owona ne bakwata eggere lye limu ne bali musambya si muntu omu si babiri si basatu si bana okitegeera ne mwami Kyagulanyi yennyini amuvuganya the leader of opposition here in Uganda alina ettaka e Busabala buli eka ya miliyoni 8 alina over 10 acres plus ewe jasule Bwangere buli ali ku eka 7 buli eka eri mu miliyoni 6 plus alina amaato ku nnyanja azadde akuzizza kati asomesa ne mu university naye agamba si musanyufu nzani
But I would like to think that every single person owns a right to their opinion when it comes to the leadership of Uganda. I mean, I can hold a thought that this is how I think and this is who I want to lead. And also Eddie Lisa can hold a thought that this is how he thinks and this is who he wants to lead. And Bobi Wine can hold a thought that, yes, even though I am rich and everything, I've gained all this wealth, but these are things that I see that are wrong or that I feel like they could get fixed in a way. And he stands for that. I think that's okay. But the problem is, having to crucify Bobi Wine or Kyagulanyi just because he got rich through a system that very many people have failed to get rich. Just because he was probably a celebrity, and there is no way you can tell me that there is no peace in Uganda or there has not been peace in Uganda. There has been a lot of peace. People can say whatever they want, and people can do whatever they want. You can walk at night and nothing is going to happen to you thanks to Uganda police or maybe the army. But that doesn't mean that a person will not run for whatever they believe in, that, hey, there is this, but I think it could be better. And Bobi Wine comes out and goes like, this is what I think and it could be better. And for you to crucify him for his thoughts, I think that's a little bit hard to take in. But yeah, tell me what you think about Edisa's ideas and thoughts. He doesn't think that Bobi Wine is appreciative. See you in the next one. Peace.